to the Kurdistan Human Rights Association, Geneva.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to express our concerns on the situations of Kurdish people and other ethnic minorities who are subject to the Iran's main policy of discrimination, assimilation, repression, and persecution for the past 100 years. According to Iran's former Minister of Education, over 70% of Iran's children starting primary school are bilingual, with Persian still not used as a primary language even after first grade. In its recent report and conclusions, the UN fact-finding mission on Iran concluded that structural, legal, and socio-economic factors that underpin ongoing institutionalized discrimination and marginalization against ethnic minorities constitute to the root causes of the gross human rights violations and crimes under international law, including crimes against humanity committed against members of ethnic and religious minorities in the context of women life freedom movement.
Sorry, I beg your pardon. Sorry, I have a point of order.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. I just want to request you to remind the speakers that speak in the context of the topic of the meeting, and that we are here to speak with each other. This forum is for dialogue, not insulting and referring to the information that are not authentic. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Iran. I am happy to remind all speakers to please speak to the topic of this morning's session. And I'll return to the speaker, please, with that in mind.
Thank you. As a matter of fact, over half of the protesters killed during the Women Life Freedom Movement are Kurdish and Baluchis, and 1 of 3 of the total executions this year are Kurdish and Baluchis. Over half of Iran's political executions are also Kurdish. Similarly, half of Iran's political prisoners are also Kurdish, and 2 of the 3 women on death row in Iran, namely Ms. Bakhshan Azizi and Ms. Warisha Muradi, are also Kurdish. The persecutions of minorities...
Please, just 1 minute. I am aware of a request.
Thank you.
I want to remind states that there will also be an opportunity for a right to reply at the end of this session. I cannot see who Venezuela wished to make a point of order. Is that correct?
Thank you, Madam Chair. We would like to offer a point of order under Article 133 of the UN. We understand the importance of the participation of civil society movements. However, the representative of the organization in question is taking the floor on a topic that is not reflected in this agenda. For this reason, we call that the speaker be called to order, and that the speakers be limited to the matters being discussed in this forum. Thank you.
Thank you, Venezuela. I have already asked the speaker, and I ask again to bear in mind to relate what you are saying to the topic that we are speaking to this morning. It's a point that I have made already. Now, please, can we move ahead? Thank you. Belarus, sorry.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We'd like to support what was said by Iran regarding the order on issues of minority. This is a platform for dialogue and cooperation. But what we're seeing polarization, which will make more difficult constructive cooperation on issues of human rights. Therefore, we share the concerns expressed by the representative of Iran, and please take into account the position of states. Thank you.
Thank you, Belarus. I am struggling to do so as much as I can. And can I please return to the speaker and ask the speaker please to take on board the comments that have been made, and indeed ask other participants as well. Thank you for your points of order. And speaker, can I return to you bearing in mind what has been said, please?
Thank you, Madam President. The persecutions of minorities from public space must end immediately, just like the persecutions of women and girls in the country. We call on the international community to be vocal about the situation of minorities and women during the upcoming UPR on Iran in January 2025. We also call the Human Rights Council to urge Iran to end summary executions targeting mainly the Kurds and the Baluchis. I thank you.
Thank you very much. I now go, no clapping. I'm sorry, no clapping. Now, I'm very sorry. You know, I appreciate that people have views in the room, but